Hello, welcome to Peppy tutorial. In today's tutorial we are going to learn how to make a simple nightwear. So we are going to start with singlets. The nightwear we are going to make composed of boxers and singlets, then with the bonnet. So the material we are going to use today for the tutorial is the strip for the handle, that is for the sleeve. It's long sleeve, so we are going to use this the strip, then the material itself. So this material is made up of poly fabric. If you look at it, see how stretchy it is. So it's called poly fabric. Then apart from this material that I cut out from here, you can equally use this white poly fabric for the hand, that is for the strip. You can cut it out, but I just decided to use the fabric I cut out from here. You can see it. Okay, so first of all we are going to use a pattern as usual. When we grab the pattern, grab the measurement, they will now place it on top of the fabric. Okay, so let's start. So the measurement we are going to use, because I'm making it for somebody that is not somehow big, not small. So the measurement for the person, the bust measurement is 30. This marker is not right. The bust measurement is 39 inches. 39 inches divided by 4. When you are taking measurements, you have to divide it into 4. Like this carbon sheet that we are going to use for the pattern, you can see I folded it into 2. Okay, so this one is just for the front, that is for the front panel. So when you are dividing the bust measurement, you have to divide it into 4. So the bust of the person is 39. Okay, I hope you can see it. 39 divided by 4. This is 2. When you fold it again, it is now 4. So 39 divided by 4 is 9.7. I hope you can see it. It's 9.7. 9.7. So this is what we are going to use for the bust measurement. Then the person's shoulder, that is the shoulder measurement, is 16 inches. Shoulder measurement, you have to divide it by 2. So 16 divided by 2. 16 divided by 2 is what? 8. So 8 inches is for the shoulder. Then that of bust is 9.7 inches. I hope you understand what I'm doing here. If you want to divide the shoulder measurement, you have to divide it by 2. So if the shoulder of the person we are showing this clothes for is 16, 16 divided by 2 is what? 8. So we are going to mark 8. Okay, then the bust is what? 39. 39 divided by 4 is what? 9.7. So we are going to use 9.7. Then when we are placing the measurement, we'll be adding extra 1 inch for the hemming allowance, that is for the sewing allowance. Okay, in this singlet that we are going to make now, it somehow looks like off shoulder. So normally in off shoulder you have to remove 4, take 4 off. Okay, but I just decided to use 3. I decided to use 3. Just take 3 off. So when you are placing the measurement, just place 3 from the beginning. Okay, this is 3. This is where you start your measurement. So the full length of this top of this singlet is 22. Okay, so this is 22. They will now have extra 1.5 inches. You now use it for hemming allowance. So this is the full length of the singlet. I hope you understand what I'm doing here. Okay, though if you don't understand, you can still ask me question. I will explain it clearly to you. Okay, so the measurement we are going to take now is the shoulder measurement. Like I told you, the shoulder of the person is 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8. So you now use your tape, measure out 8. This is 8 inches. Okay, but if you look at this cloth we are making, you see that it's sleeveless. You don't need to fix any sleeve there. So because of that, we are going to remove, like we are going to come in by 1.5. Okay, when you come in by 1.5, this is 1, this is half. Okay, 1.5. So when you come in by 1.5, this is where you mark it. Okay, so if you just place it exactly that 8 inches, it will look funny when you finish sewing it. So you have to come in by 1.5 inches. So when you measure, you take the final measurement now, you see that the shoulder we are working on is what, 6.5 inches. Okay, so this is where we're going to mark our shoulder. Okay, then the first vertical measurement. You know, when you are taking measurements, the measurement around the body is called horizontal measurement. Okay, then that of measurements and along the body is called vertical measurement. So the vertical measurement, vertical bust measurement is 8.5. So we are going to work with 8.5. That is the vertical bust measurement, 8.5. So you draw your straight line, exactly 8.5. Okay, so this is 8.5. Then trace the line straight, that is from that shoulder. Draw your line, draw your straight line. Okay, so this one is bust measurement, which is, so the vertical measurement is 8.5. Then you place your measurement again for the horizontal measurement, that is measurement around the body. Remember what we did here, 39 divided by 4 is 9.7. So you now mark the 9.7 here. This is 9.5, 6, 7. So you mark the 9.7 here. I hope you understand. So the next measurement you are going to take now is the neckline. Okay, the neckline. You know, we are taking 3 off. We are taking 3 off already. So the neck depth we are going to work with is, let's use 5 inches. Okay, so when you place 3 here, 3 is off already, then this is 5 inches, or let's use 5.5 so that it will not be too high. So this is 5.5. Okay, then connect it to this your shoulder point. Okay, connect it, then use your French curve to join it. You can still use free hand. Like me, I prefer using a free hand, but you can use French curve if you want it to be very clear and straight. You can use your French curve. Okay, so this is the neckline we're going to work with. Then coming down to this armhole, for you to get your armhole, just look for the middle, that is the midpoint of this your bust line. The midpoint is, we have 5.5 here, so the midpoint of this 5.5 is 2.8. Let's use 2.8. That is the middle of it. Okay, 2. So as I was saying, when you get the midpoint, so the midpoint we got here is 2.7. So that's why I cut out, as I started cutting out the armhole from the endpoint, that is from here. That's why I placed the French curve. So guys, we have finished cutting it out. So this is the outcome of the pattern. So this is where you attach the strip. Okay, this is where you attach the strip, and this is the armhole. Okay, so you cannot use this one to cut the main fabric, but remember this is only the front panel. Okay, so let's place it on the main fabric. So guys, we are going to cut out the we are going to cut out the panel. Okay, you know, when you are cutting the cloth, you have to fold the wrong side of the cloth. So you use the pattern you cut and do what? Cut it out. Okay, when you finish cutting it out. So guys, we have finished cutting out the front panel. So, and we use the cut out, there's a fabric cut out to cut out the second, that is the back panel. So the only thing we're going to do now, because it's almost the same thing, but we are going to come up by 1.5 inches. That is the neck depth of the back panel. Then trace it. Okay. Then just cut it the way you did on that first, that is the front panel. Just cut it out. Okay. And make sure your hand is very straight as you're doing it. Cut it out. So guys, the next thing we are going to do now is to hem the neckline. Okay, so like I told you, I will use this white fabric I cut out from the main fabric. I will use it to hem the mouth. Okay, so I'll just measure out, take the measurement, but I will use 1.5 inches. That is 1.5 inches. That is the width. So guys, we are going to stitch the neckline. So as you can see, I've already attached the wires. That is the material I cut out from here. Okay, so let's just stitch it. I actually use pin to hold it down so to not misbehave. Okay. So guys, so the next thing is to top stitch here. We have finished lining the other parts. Okay, so you have to top stitch. So this is the front panel actually, so you have to top stitch it, fold it in as you're stitching. Fold it in. You can still use another color from this fabric, but I decided to use this white material. Okay, make sure that the size is the same. So make your hand straight as you're sewing it, so you can see how simple it is. Okay, to hem the neckline, you can see how neat and simple it is. Okay, so when you finish the front panel, you can as well do the same for the back panel. Okay, so this is the front panel. Isn't that beautiful? So our nightwear is almost ready. So this is where you face the strip. Okay, so guys, we are finished hemming the neckline. So this is the back panel and this is the front panel. Okay, so you have to place the two of them together. This is where you attach the strap. Okay, you can use pin to hold it. Okay, so you make sure that is equal. Then you hold this side also. Okay, use the pin to hold it. Then the next thing is to attach the. Okay guys, so you have to attach the strip, that is the sleeve. Okay, so just use pin to hold each of the strip, hold it to the fabric. Remember when we cut out this one, okay, we are going to use it for the strip, so you just use the pin, hold it before you start stitching. Okay, do the same to this side also. So do the same to this side also. Make sure it's straight. Start from the edge. Remember we took off. So guys, we have finished fixing the. So guys, this is the outcome of our top. That is the singlet for the nightwear. So the only thing there is just to stitch the side, that is the two sides, stitch here, join here. Okay, then you hem the mouth. Remember we left 1.5 inches. That is what I used to fold it. So our top is ready. That is our nightwear. It's ready. Is it not beautiful? Okay, this is our nightwear. So in our next tutorial, we're going to learn how to cut the shorts, that is the boxers, and the bonnet. Okay, you already know how to cut the bonnet, how to cut and sew the bonnet. So the only thing that is remaining now is how to cut and sew the boxers or the shorts. Okay, so this is our singlet or our nightwear. Thanks for watching. Bye.